from what you saw last night, looking back at the film, where's the biggest defensive breakdowns?
In our offense. Offense was really bad, and I think that we didn't run our offense with enough energy and pace, and that translated directly to our defensive energy and movements.
Would you say that's a matter of like offensive rebounding, like not
No,
getting after it?
nope.
Or?
It's more just energy and execution and cutting and making shots, right? The stuff that we've been dealing with here for a few weeks.
So when that translates to the defense, is it? I mean, Trey is a tough cover anyway. I mean, he's fast.
Yep. Can you guys just back up for just a second? Squeezing me a little tight there, everybody. So go ahead. Thank you.
Freddie didn't have his best night for sure. How much is it him, and how much is it just he's got to have some help coming when you know?
Just depends on the night. I mean, I think there's some nights where we've guarded him. Even this year we've guarded him relatively straight up and given him a tough night. Right? You're not going to do that very often against him because he averages what he averages and he shoots what he shoots and he's got an array of moves. But just depends on the night. Yeah.
You talked about inconsistency of effort this season. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't really have an answer for you.
I think if you talk to these guys, they would all tell you that they're. How do you evaluate effort? These guys would all say, I assume, that they're giving it 100% every time they're on the court. How do you decide if that's true?
Well, we've got a bunch of accountability factors that we look at and take into consideration. But even some of those you can score very high on, I think, and not have the greatest energy in the world. I think the energy vibe is certainly off, no doubt about it.
Did it feel like it came back in the Charlotte games, or was that as much about the opposition?
No, I think it feels like it's coming back a lot of times, right? Like I know you guys ask me every day, what's that day been like, and what's he been like? Like it's still very hardworking and professional and focused and all that stuff. Now, do they need some extra prodding? And heck yes, they do, right? That's what happens when you're in a long season and stuff. But from my standpoint, they continue to get here, work really hard, both individually and as a team, and focused and all that kind of stuff. There's just been a few too many nights where there just doesn't seem to be a collective energy when we hit the floor. Like that happens, right? Like we get those every season. Every team gets them. I mean, I know you guys watch the rest of the league and watch these really good teams get blown out by 35, like once every 2 weeks. You guys, I know you watch them. I know you don't expect us to never have that happen to us. I know that, right? It just seems like our collective energy, where it's not there at all and we have one of those nights, is it's more like it's not great and we're trying to find it so bad, and we kind of do, and we kind of hang around, and it just isn't enough to kind of get us over the hump some nights, right? Okay.
But like at the beginning of the season, I guess why it keeps coming up, at the beginning of the season, you've said, not incorrectly, that you don't have the margin of error to not be that team.
Of course.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what the follow-up question is. Like, it's pretty concerning that you're still searching, and not you specifically, the team collectively.
100%. Not saying we're not concerned. Right? We're not saying we're not concerned. Like, listen, how do we get here? I don't know. You guys, that's your guys. Look at all the reasons we get here. These teams are good. I know you guys watch them. They're good too, right? They've added all-star. A lot of them have added big pieces. There's reasons why these teams are hard to beat.
Is there an area of improvement that you feel like has been noticeable?
Area of improvement?
An area of any area.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Well, again, it wasn't a great night last night. I mean, can't sit here after every game and say we've arrived here. Like we're constantly every game, every facet of the game changes, right? Every game changes. Is there areas of improvement? Yeah, of course there is. Lots of them.
When we're talking about effort, is it?
Come on, man. No more effort questions. Go ahead. You guys good?
So,
your game is coming back to where it was, obviously, but is it coming back fast enough for you?
Definitely not fast enough for me. But we're gonna get there eventually. Just got to keep working. Just finding my rhythm more and more as the games go on. So.
How much of it is just getting back to that conditioning level where you're used to playing when, at?
I mean, right now, like I said, it's just got to take it game by game.
Can you
And
feel
just
it though? Like, can you feel the conditioning being a little?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Usually I'm able to like just play for a long stretch without feeling as tired as I was. But like I said, it's just the more I play, the more I'm gonna get there.
27 minutes was a lot for now.
But good.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just part of the game. You never know. You just go out there, you play. So I didn't even know I played that much. I was just so locked in the moment. Until after the game, that's when I found out that I played that much.
Nick has talked a lot this season about consistency of effort, or inconsistency of effort. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's just not paying attention to details. I think we get carried away. Sometimes we just got to be more locked in on what we're trying to do here. Instead of being carried away and just do what we do best. I think we're our best when we play hard. It's just really tough to beat us when we play hard.
Is that is an inconsistency of effort like mental mistakes, or is it not running hard enough, or how does it present itself?
I mean, there's different ways. It could be not running hard enough, not little mistakes here and there. You could make mistakes playing hard. I don't think he's gonna have much of a problem with that. It's just the other way around when you make mistakes and it kind of look like you're not playing hard, or so yeah, those are kind of like things we got to clean up. And like I said, I think we are at our best when we playing hard. It's just really tough to beat us.
Coach talked about just kind of how your offense can kind of dictate the effort level, or just like the momentum on defense.
You said mine personally?
No, not yours, not yours.
Oh.
The teams. No. Where do you see that yourself on the court when you see like offenses breaking down and then not necessarily translating to like a good defensive possession?
I mean, it's frustrating because I think it should be the other way around, where our defense kind of opens up our offense for us. I could understand with him. He's probably looking like he has a team full of guys that could actually defend the ball at a really high level. And, we're not doing that. I know it's probably frustrating, for him to watch that. We just got to go out there, like I said, give maximum effort every game, and I think we'll be good. We just got to play hard every possession. I mean, it's tough to say play hard every possession, but majority of the game, lock in, play hard, and offensively, we like to run. We play hard on defense. We're just going to get, we're going to run the other way, and it's tough for any team in the league, I think, to keep up with us when we're running.
Precious, it's like you said, you guys have shown to be a good defensive team when you're playing your game. But this year, the defensive chemistry just seems off. You get any inclination why it is like that?
I mean, like I said, I think it all goes back to offense. What's it called? Effort.
Yeah.
We're just not putting enough effort on the defensive end of the ball game. We just got to stay locked in. We got to do what we do best. Play hard. Like, we just got to play hard. The harder we play, I think everything is gonna fall into place.
The road has not been good to you guys this year, and in the past it's been very good. Like, what are you seeing? Like, what is the difference there? What is it? Because you come home and you play some good games, but the road's just been, for whatever reason, a bit of a black hole.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see it like that. I mean, I just think for me, I just take it one game at a time, and like it's game home away, like it's a game. So I think that like we had a good little. We won some games in a row. We're not all gonna get it all back at once. Like
Yep.
it's gonna take a lot, and we got to understand that. And now turn the page and trying to win more in a row. So that's kind of like the focus. And away in a row, like I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you. I didn't really see the difference or anything. I just take it game by game.
Did last night feel like you mentioned that things were going good? Did last night feel like a step back though?
Obviously, we didn't win, so.
Yeah, but what was it a step back, like in terms of the progress you were making? Like,
I mean, again, like I said, we're not gonna get it all back at once. Like it'll be easy to just go out there and win 10 games in a row, like which is the goal.
Yeah.
But hey, like we lost one, we just gotta go back, get it back up, put one foot in front of the other, and get the next one. Like that should be our mentality. Try to get a couple more in a row. And like I said, I try not to get ahead of myself. Just taking one game at a time.
When you look at the defense, especially early last night, did you see one issue being more problematic than the other, something that sort of started it?
I mean, they made some good shots. Like we didn't make any. Their pace was probably a little better than ours, but yeah.
It's like in the Milwaukee game, you had a slow start offensively, but you were able to hang defensively. And this one, like Nick talked a lot about transition and how things sort of fell apart off missed shots, but.
They was playing better in that beginning of the game, and we didn't. And obviously the shot wasn't going in, and they were scoring on the other side. So that can't happen most of the time. It's like we got to be able to get going, and if we're not getting going, we got to get stops.
you talk about stopping the ball a lot this year. Trae Young is sort of a different story. He's a little more difficult than most guys. But having said that, in terms of help, how can you guys help whoever happens to be on Trae?
We just gotta, close the gaps. I mean, they have shooters around too, so we gotta do both. Be able to close the gap, make him kick it out, and contest, like hard contest. Like make him miss. Which last night, he just got a little loose and was playing well, and we weren't able to stop it. So.
How much different did the way the Knicks defended you last time versus the first time at MSG feel? And would you expect more of that?
I mean, again, that's the story of my life, right? So you work hard, and then you get to have that, and it's my job to figure out other ways to be effective and how to exploit it, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna always do that and continue to develop. But again, like it's good problems to have.
Where do you see the most breakdowns happen defensively? Is it more so guarding the first action of the ball, or is it the outside rotation?
I just feel like all these, you know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to just get into all these like details about like what's happening, and it's just like we didn't play well. They felt faster than us, and we weren't able to get stopped when we needed them. And obviously that first run, it's hard when you get down like that and then you're trying to come back into the game. But yeah, it was just a combination of a lot of things, and I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was.
And like just more on a higher level, not necessarily about last night, but do you think it's more of a domino effect when you see defensive breakdowns like that, or is it kind of like it starts with like on-ball defense in particular?
It's all of us. We got to get better overall. Like I think on ball, help side, everything got to be better for us to win.
Nick has talked often this season about inconsistency and effort. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. Like I think again we haven't, like you said, like haven't had a lot of games together where we played like well. Like we had some good games and good halves and good quarters. Like I think we just got to put it together. And when we do, like we usually give ourselves a good chance to win.
Is that in terms of effort, but is that in terms of?
I think guys are working hard. I think we're all working hard. We're all trying to win, and our objective is that. Sometimes that don't happen, but we got to keep going. We got to keep working, trying to figure out ways to get better, stay together, and I think the effort is there. I think we want to win.
Thanks, Pascal.
Thanks, Pete.